This is arguably the most pivotal watch in Studio Underd0g's contemporary collection.
I just about wet my knickers when Studio Underd0g announced this incredible life-changing watch.
After seeing it in the metal, this Studio Underd0g is a standout piece for me. I just about doubt you could tout more clout.
I haven't seen a ticker this good since I performed open heart surgery on Usain Bolt's more
athletic cousin. Hey, how did you get in here? I think it's time to keep it real.
Richie, you merry prankster, who was it most fun playing? Teddy, Britt, Adrian, or Nico? Hang on, you didn't do Nico.
No, Adrian was probably the most fun. I think, I went through looking at everyone's mannerisms and was doing my best to replicate it, and realizing how much Adrian is looking away from the camera and not at it, it was quite fun.
He does these pauses in real life. Like, he actually has edit cuts in real life, like on About If in Time, in the middle of a sentence, he'd just stop and reset and go to a different camera. I'm like, man, that is genius. He's such a creature of the tube.
I've watched hours and hours and hours of footage of, all the creators that I featured in that video, and then doing the research for this AI face swap thing. I was watching their videos in a whole new way. I wasn't focusing on what products they were talking about. I was focusing on like their mannerisms and their setup and the lighting and things that I've never considered before. It's not easy, it's not easy.
I can confirm. So just to be real, you did the voices or did they do the voices?
No, neither. This is the scary thing about, as much as I'm poking fun at AI, we literally fed the AI some sound clips from their videos, and then we typed whatever we want. So look, if you want me to get any of the guys, or maybe even yourself, to be saying anything in particular, we can do that.
We are redundant. I mean, I could get hit by a bus right now and Andrew could just roll on forever reviewing watches. Now, what's the pun though? Because that wasn't the point. Like, the prank leads to something. It's led to the launch today. The watch is just launched. What's it all about, this avocado guacamole watch?
Well, it was, as kind of hinted at, and many of the people that have been following Studio Underd0g for a couple of years now will have picked up on the kind of keep it real concept was focusing on some of the homage watch brands that we've seen pop up, taking sort of a relatively heavy influence from some of the Studio Underd0g pieces. So we've decided that, they've made a copy, we may as well make the original. So we've Uno reversed them and have found a way to get our own back.
And this idea for the avocado guacamole watch, was that their idea or?
Yeah, it's I guess in a way it's the avocado certainly was. So it's maybe one of few Studio Underd0g watches that I can't take the design credit for. Maybe that's one way to look at it. I'll take the credit anyways. Long story short, they copied our watermelon. We decided to copy their avocado, which is a product that they released alongside their watermelon, one that didn't exist. So we've gone, thank you very much. Let's see what our community makes of that. They did break quite a few of my design principles, believe it or not. In my short 4 years of Studio Underd0g, there are some design principles I stand by. So we decided to do a mashup version that stays true to those principles, and hence the guac. These were two renders actually that we put up about a year ago to see what the community would prefer, and it was an even split. So I was left with no choice but to make both.
It was uncanny. It was mathematically impossible that this was the real result, but it was 50-50. Is that right? Or 49-51? Or was it? Yeah,
I think now over the last year or so, it's swayed one way or another. It's a 2% deficit or whatever. God, you can, that word is stuck in my head now, deficit. Towards, I'm not actually sure. I have to go back. But at the time, weeks after that, I think once we hit about 6,000 votes, it was still 50-50. So you can write it. I thought it would be 70-30, or there'd certainly be one stronger than the other, but it wasn't the case.
If you're voting, which do you choose?
Oh, do you know, I started being a strong guacamole advocate. That was the one that I did design. But the story is so kind of intrinsically there with the avocado. That's the one that you can kind of explain at a glance, really understand the concept when you see the two watches. So I'm now leaning more towards Avo myself. What about you?
I love the tones of the guac. I do. But I wear a lot of, increasingly and worryingly, I'm wearing a lot of beige and sand. So I think the avocado could have its day, but I do love the different green tones in the guac. Now, we are going to do our thing and do a launch. How can people get a golden ticket to this launch?
It's a good question. We'll be sending out emails to the Studio Underdog community. So certainly those that are engaged, those that have a Studio Underdog watch or are a big part of our community will be looking forward to celebrating in London in your amazing space, literally the day before launch. So if you see me there looking all stressed, there's good reason for it, but I'm sure I'll be enjoying myself.
So subscribe to Time+Tide, subscribe to Underdog, go and find your way into our communities because we are going to do something fun next week. Great to see the watch launch today, and good luck for next week. I will be by your side, but will it really be you? That's my question.
Maybe. Is this even me? You know? Yeah.
Exactly. It'd be great if you just peeled back and it's Teddy.